What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another K-pop news video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the absolutely shocking and devastating news that is coming from Mnet, talking about how there have been illegal votes cast for the Mama Awards, the Mnet Asian Music Awards that are held every single year. Well, at the end of every single year, and is kind of seen to be the pinnacle of, you know, those end of the year awards that you're giving out. And it's just absolutely devastating news. It's rocking the K-pop industry. How could fans be so corrupt? It's just, I don't understand it. It's shocking. I would never have imagined that K-pop fans would have multiple accounts to vote, and that they would have bots, and that they would do whatever it is that they could do to get their favorite group to win an award. I'm just kidding, by the way. It's 100% not shocking at all to hear that fans have been fudging the numbers with the fan voting for this specific award. Or actually, let's change that. For any award in which fans have the ability to vote for, they're gonna cheat. K-pop fans have proven that time and time again, that they 100% will do everything that they possibly can to make sure that their favorite group wins, especially if they have the ability to influence who ultimately gets the award with fan voting. And because this award particularly is very, very heavily favored, you know, fan votes are a really big factor in determining who actually gets the award. It's not really a surprise that fans are going in on this hardcore with like multiple accounts and all this sort of stuff. It really, in my mind, right, when there's fan voting, and this is also a reason which I'd actually heard just recently why there was, or why I should say, international fan voting for Produce 101 or whatever it was. You know, there were some restrictions that were placed on the season 2 of Produce 101 because apparently Chinese fans have a notorious reputation for, well, because they were cheating with Produce 101 season 1 in particular. But, you know, Chinese fans are, you know, particularly bad with the, you know, using bots to vote multiple accounts. Just in general, you know, they go hardcore with that kind of thing more than like anybody else, it seems. But that doesn't mean that, like, you know, you don't have US fans that take the day off from work to work their 200 different accounts that they've got so they can cast 200 votes for their favorite group, you know, because it's the most important thing in the world to vote 500 times for BTS or EXO or I don't even know, whoever you want to, whichever group you want to talk about. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when you have fan bases, which of course it's really like obviously the biggest fan bases are the ones that have the most people that are going to be doing this, right? It just is, you know, just a question of scale. So because there are like 1 trillion armies in the world, there's going to be some of them who will definitely go and stuff the ballot boxes as much as they possibly can, in comparison to a group like, I just did a reaction video a minute ago for a group from VAV. So there's not as many VAV fans out there to vote multiple times and, you know, just try and scam the competition. So it really ultimately, in my mind, when it comes down to it, and BTS wins an award where people cheat the system to vote, does that make their award like legitimately won? Or does it make it deserved? Do you feel proud that you cheated the system to get your group an award? So does that mean that the Mama Award that any of these groups get, or whoever gets at the end of the year or come December, does that mean that it's actually a prestigious award, or is it ultimately nothing, you know, a worthless thing that has been gotten, you know, ill-gotten, or gotten by, you know, by a shady way? And it's kind of the reason why I'm really super skeptical, and I personally don't place a large value on awards that, honestly, like, all awards are ultimately kind of meaningless, because, you know, if you look at it with the perspective of, you know, when you're talking about the Mama Awards, or the Mamas, and most like every single group is going to get determined by fan votes, more or less. You know, there are no professional people who are picking anything or putting their feedback or casting their own votes for any of this stuff. It's all determined by the fans. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the most deserving group wins. It's just going to be ultimately the most popular group is going to win that award. But on the flip side of that, when you're talking about stuff like the Academy Awards or something like that, which are voted on by professionals, you know, there's always a sense that they kind of just pick their favorites, not necessarily, you know, again, anyone who's more deserving. It's just, you know, again, voting is going to be biased like that no matter what. No matter if it's a group of fans who are just going to do it and cast 200 votes a day for their favorite group because they want that group to win that award, or if you're talking about actual professionals within, you know, the Academy of Performing Arts or whatever it is, you know, who votes on their own thing based on whatever their criteria is. And again, a lot of them probably aren't necessarily voting with the idea that, you know, when voting for the best artistic creation or the most deserving award within that category, does that mean that they're important? Does that mean that they should be highly valued? Now, it isn't necessarily to say that, you know, winning the Mnet Asian Music Award, which is supposed to be like, you know, you're the pinnacle of, you know, the Asian entertainment industry, which is dominated by South Korea, obviously. You know, it isn't necessarily to say that it's not really, I'm not really trying to say that it's not important and prestigious and there isn't actually like a really important thing behind it, because of course one group per category can win this on any given year. So, you know, if you don't perform during the year to get nominated, then you're not gonna win it that year, you know. So at the very least, you know, there's what 5 groups per category that get nominated because of what they've done over the last calendar year. Definitely getting nominated to you know, to be even put up for a vote is definitely something that is really, really awesome. It's a really, really awesome achievement. And then also winning it in and of itself is also a pretty good achievement as well, because like I said, you know, there's only for most groups, there's only one opportunity, you know, obviously per year, if not ever, to actually win this award or any of the other end of the year awards that get handed out. And so it makes it, you know, a good achievement. Like the best new group, like, you know, when whoever gets nominated for a rookie group award, like they only have one opportunity to win that. So getting nominated is really, really awesome, and then winning it also means an equal amount, if not more, you know, than getting nominated. So I'm not necessarily saying that, you know, that they don't have any value or anything like that, but at the same time, you know, when you've got XOLs and BTS and armies and whoever who are just going at it, and they're, you know, just doing, you know, Chinese World of Warcraft gold farmer, you know, they're just working like that to vote as many times as they possibly can, then ultimately, does it necessarily mean that if BTS wins it over EXO, does it mean that BTS deserves it more than EXO? Or because both of those groups are likely have a lot of you know, a large amount of people who are illegally voting or cheating the voting system compared to a smaller group, does that mean that both of those groups, even if they finished first and second, do they deserve it as much as another group that got nominated who doesn't have such a large fan base to keep up with all the illegal votes? You know, it's just, I suppose it's not necessarily like a factual question, because it's like anybody can feel whatever they want to feel. And I think that you're completely justified to be like, despite the fact that every single vote that was cast was illegal and shady, and, you know, every vote came from bots, you know, but my group still won, and that's a good achievement. I'm not necessarily saying that thinking that in that situation is necessarily bad. I personally wouldn't agree with that, because that's not my viewpoint. But of course, you can have your own viewpoint on any of this stuff. So ultimately, this is the situation. It's unfortunate. It's not at all shocking. Like, it happens all the time. Even for the music show awards, people cheat for those all the time. You know, so this is just like par for the course, normal among K-pop fans. And I'm surprised that if I had an award show, like, fan voting would have like 10% of a say in the final decision. I think at the very end of it all. That's, you know, my thing. So I want to know, of course, your thoughts and opinions on this specific situation, and just, you know, I guess to answer the question that I've got for you is, does the people who are cheating the voting system kind of devalue the award that the group is going to ultimately win? You know, does fans cheating while they vote devalue the award that the group that they voted for ultimately, win? Does it make it less important, less prestigious? Does it hold less weight? Answer the question. Tell me what you think about this entire situation down in the comment box below. I've already really extensively explained and talked about what I think, and I think that ultimately the cheating when you vote means that the award that the group wins is less valuable. Definitely not something that they earned based on their own merit because you did it in a dirty way, So that's what I gotta say. So tell me what you guys think. Like I said, no matter what it is that you guys think, definitely everyone has an equal and valid opinion and point of view on this situation and this whole topic and subject. So drop your thoughts and all this stuff down in the comment box below. Of course, like I said, share whatever you want to say. We're trying to build a community here that is all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions, no matter what it is. So if that's a community that you would like to become a part of, then please do consider clicking on the subscribe button down below. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.